looking for that one whose heart is perfect towards you. When your eyes go to and fro, looking for that one whose heart is perfect towards you. Let me be the one. Let me catch your eyes. Let me be the one you find reflecting you. Let me be the one. Let me catch your eye. Let me be the one you find reflecting you. Let me be the one. Let me catch your eye. Let me be the one you find reflecting you. Let me be the one. Let me catch your eyes. Let me be the one you find reflecting you. Let me be the one. Let me catch your eyes. Let me be the one you find reflecting you. Tomorrow, let me be the one. Let me catch your eyes. Let me be the one you find reflecting you. Let me be the one. Let me catch your eyes. Let me be the one you find reflecting you. Let me be the one. Let me catch your eyes. Let me be the one you find reflecting you. Your kingdom come, your will be done. Your kingdom come as I reflect you. Your kingdom come, your will be done. Your kingdom come, oh God, as I reflect you. Let me be the one. Let me catch your eyes. Let me be the one you find reflecting you. To my own, let me be the one. Let me catch your eyes. Let me be the one you find reflecting you. Tomorrow, let me be the one. Let me catch your eyes. Let me be the one you find reflecting you. Let me be the one. Let me catch your eyes. You find reflecting you. Tomorrow, let me be the one. Let me catch your eyes. Let me be the one. Reflecting you. Let me be the reflecting you tomorrow. We want to bear your image. Ayaro. Barabakiara. Reflecting you. Let them see you. Let them see you, Jesus. Let me be available to you. When your eyes look to and fro, looking for that one whose heart is perfect towards you. When your eyes goes to and fro, looking for that one. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If it's your first time on this channel, you're welcome. I am A.H.P. I'm an author and I also do business. Now today's video is basically me showing you how I plant my sage. Okay, sage is a seasoning herb, so I was just preparing breakfast and lunch. Okay, today is Tuesday, it's early hours of the morning, so I am making some chicken soup. I've just made some, well, I've took it from the can and then I've just added my carrots in there and I'm going to make some dumpling and add some to that. Okay. So I'll continue with that in a bit. Now let's get into today's video. Okay, I've also made some breakfast. Let me lower my fire. I made some oatmeal porridge because my son likes that with milk and some blueberries for his breakfast. So I'll probably be having the same thing. And so yeah, let us get into today's video. So basically I have a food growing page called A.H.P Food Store where I show you how to grow your food. Currently I'm showing you guys on that particular page how to grow food indoors, okay, using planting pots. Okay, and that includes like all the different seeds and all the resources that you need for that. Okay, now apart from that, I have two books that are being launched this year called what's it called, Planting for Food, Indoor Sowing, which is basically growing your food indoors if you don't necessarily have a outdoor space like garden, your own garden. I have one, but it's a communal one, so I prefer not to use that, so I grow all my food indoors currently, because this is just a temporary place we're in until we move to our more permanent home, which should have a garden. So then I'll show you guys how to do all the outdoor garden stuff. Okay, so with that said, the second one is Planting for Food Outdoor series, which is basically me showing you how you grow your own food outdoors in your normal garden, your allotment, or a farm. Okay, so they will all be available, both be available on my online stores, which is in my online stores, which is eBay, Etsy, Amazon, as well as on my personal website in what's it called, online store, which is www.annepochen.com. Now let us get into the nitty-gritty of stuff. Okay, so basically this is sage that I've already done. I did this last 2 weeks ago. Okay, so typically I buy my sage seeds. Okay, now I bought this from Wilko. Wilko is a UK based shop. I bought this on Wilko, but I also get them from my mini garden center in my city. If you can't find them in your garden centers, you can get them from your local supermarket. Places like Asda does them. I'm not sure if Tesco does, but places like Aldi, no, places like, yeah, Asda, Aldi, Lidl, or your gardening centers. If not, then check online for seeds, because they do have online seed stores as well. And magazines also sell them. The gardening magazines have them as well. So check your magazine areas for gardening magazines that have seeds, and then you can find them in there. Okay, so now what I do is, basically with my seeds, I have a pot of compost here, but it's normally a bag of compost. And again, I get my compost from I fill it up. I get my compost from Wilko, or even Asda, and you can also get it from Home Bargains as well, or from your gardening center. Okay, so I'll fill that up with compost, a pot like that. Okay, obviously it's a bigger size pot. And then what I'll do is put the seeds in, drop just a few, because you have to sow this one thinly. So I normally put about a maximum of 7 seeds into one pot if it's a big pot. If it's a small pot, then I'll just put 3, because then it's easier to transplant. Okay, if you have to transplant it. So then once I've done that, I would basically put my seeds in, and then lightly cover it with compost. Okay, like that. Lightly cover it, and then I would make the compost moist by adding clean water. Okay, just watering it a bit, clean water, and then I would cover my planting pot completely, and then tie the end, or just twist it and tuck it in, so it's easier to undo later on. And then I'll leave it. Okay, now all the instructions are at the back, normally at the back of your seeds, okay, packet. And you just wait for how many days? You wait for 14 days, okay, for 14 days. And once it's germinated like this, I've got 3 pots here. Okay, then you take it off. You take the polythene off, and then you put it wherever you want to put it. I normally put it back on my fridge, because my kitchen during winter, because we're in the UK, we are just coming out of winter into spring. So winter, normally the temperature fluctuates from hot to cold, well, from warm to cold. And so so I keep mine in my kitchen for constant room temperature, for it to grow, for my crops to grow. So but in summer I would normally put it do all what I've shown you and then put it in my mobile greenhouse, which is in room next door, and because summer is warm, okay, so both night and day is warm, so it gives it a constant temperature in that room. So yeah, so that is literally it. It's just a case of now watering it every 3 to 4 days. You check for the water if you need to water it. If your compost is still moist, then you don't need to water it, but if it's drying out, you would water it, okay? So, and also check for soil erosion, okay? It also happens because of like constant watering. So what I do to sort out my soil erosion is basically keep adding compost to my planting pots when I've seen that there's a big dip, so that the roots of my crops are not exposed into the air, which makes it a struggle for them to absorb water and grow properly. So that is why I'm filling out this gap. So those ones, they've been out for the last couple of days. You see what I mean? Like the root, because of soil erosion, the root is out, is exposed. So I'm gonna have to fill that space with fresh compost. So I always keep extra compost in the house. And it's the same if you're doing on a raised bed, which is outdoors basically. You would fill up your raised bed with more compost. And so if you have any questions, guys, to do with planting your own food, put it in the comment section and I'll respond to you accordingly. I normally use my sage in my seasonings, to season my food, sorry, and also to mix it with my own seasoning. I have a video on how I create my seasoning on my channel, so you can watch that video. I did it during Vlogmas, so you can watch that. Okay, so like that. Let's see. So I'm gonna have to bring them back because I need to do Instagram reel and take some photos as well. So I'll do the same with my last one, and then I'll end this vlog, this video, sorry, not even a vlog, end this video here. So yeah, if you're not following me already, follow me on my personal Instagram and Facebook, what's it called, and A.H.P on both platforms. And then also follow my food store, which is A.H.P food store, and that is where I add all my stuff when I'm not on YouTube. That is it, guys. I shall see you in the next video. Have a good day. Bye.